You are listening to the William Gomes Podcast. I am William Gomes and I am grateful to have you here. Today, I want to talk about something that holds quiet power in the lives of autistic children. It is something that does not rely on complicated strategies or strict routines. It does not require perfect words or expert knowledge. It is the simple, profound act of co-regulation. Co-regulation is the process through which a child borrows calm, steadiness, and emotional safety from the adults around them. It is how children learn that their feelings can be managed, their needs can be met, and their world can be navigated without fear. For many autistic children, the nervous system is highly sensitive. Sensory overload, sudden changes, social uncertainty, and emotional intensity can be overwhelming. When these experiences come one after another, the child may struggle to return to a place of balance on their own. Co-regulation is what helps them bridge that gap. It is not about teaching a child to be calmer. It is about helping their nervous system feel safe enough to settle. Co-regulation begins with presence, not pressure, not demands, not instructions, just presence. A calm adult nearby can have a grounding effect even when no words are spoken. Autistic children sense tone, posture, and emotional energy very deeply. When the adult is steady, the child begins to steady too. When the adult slows their movements, lowers their voice, or simply sits nearby, the child feels that there is no threat, no urgency, and no expectation they cannot meet. It is important to remember that co-regulation is not about fixing the child's emotions. It is about supporting them through those emotions. A meltdown is not solved with logic. A shutdown is not eased by questioning. Distress is not softened by correction. In moments of overwhelm, what a child needs most is someone who stays calm in the storm. Someone who signals safety through their presence, not through their words alone. Often, co-regulation looks very small from the outside, sitting next to a child while they cry, placing a comforting object within reach, soft lighting, gentle breathing, a quiet space, a hand available if they want it, noticing when the child needs stillness or when they need movement. These tiny acts communicate something powerful. They say, "You are not alone in this." Some autistic children prefer closeness during distress. Others prefer distance while knowing the adult is still near. Co-regulation adapts to the child's needs, not the other way around. For one child, it may be deep pressure or a weighted blanket. For another, it may be quiet rocking. For another, simply being left in peace while the adult stays visibly nearby. The goal is always the same: help the child feel supported without overwhelming them. Co-regulation also happens through rhythm, the rhythm of the adult's voice, the pace of their breathing, the softness of their tone. A slow, steady rhythm tells the child that the world is safe right now. It helps their heart rate drop, their muscles loosen, and their mind stop scanning for danger. Regulation begins in the body before it ever reaches the mind. It is also important to recognize that co-regulation does not end when the crisis passes. It is built in everyday interactions. The gentle "good morning," the soft encouragement, the patient wait while the child gathers their thoughts, the reassurance that a change in plan will not lead to anger or disappointment. These moments accumulate. They form the emotional foundation that children rely on when life becomes difficult. Connection is a key part of this process. Autistic connection may look different from neurotypical connection, but it is no less meaningful. Connection might be built through shared interests, parallel play, quiet time together, or simply sitting in the same room. It is not always built through conversation. Many autistic children connect through presence, predictability, and shared comfort rather than through verbal communication. When adults honor these forms of connection, trust grows. Trust is what allows co-regulation to deepen. When a child believes that the adult will remain calm, accept their needs, and not punish their distress, they turn toward that adult for comfort more easily. When they know they will not be rushed or judged, they show more of their emotions. When they sense genuine acceptance, their nervous system relaxes. Co-regulation is also reciprocal. A dysregulated adult cannot help a dysregulated child. This is not a sign of weakness. It is simply human physiology. Adults need support, rest, and understanding too. When an adult tends to their own emotional well-being, they become a stronger anchor for the child. This self-care is part of the child's care. Over time, co-regulation helps autistic children build their own internal regulation, not because they are taught techniques, but because they experience safety repeatedly. Safety teaches the brain that big emotions can be survived. Safety teaches the body that overwhelm does not have to be faced alone. Safety teaches the child that connection is available even in difficult moments. What looks like progress from the outside is often safety on the inside. A child who begins to communicate discomfort earlier is showing trust. A child who recovers more quickly after distress is showing regulation. A child who seeks comfort rather than shutting down is showing connection. Co-regulation is not a strategy, it is a relationship built on steadiness, acceptance, and deep compassion. And when this relationship is present, it becomes one of the most powerful supports an autistic child can have. It becomes the bridge between overwhelm and calm, between fear and trust, between survival and growth. Thank you for listening. This is the William Gomes Podcast. Take care of yourself, stay curious, and I will speak with you again soon.